Hello FlossTube Stitchers, I'm Shelly at Just Stitching in Strongsville, Ohio, and we've had a number of small automatics come recently, and I love when they collide because then I have a lot to show you. The first is from Amy Brecken, and she has two more in her 365 Warm and Woolly Welcome series. And February's sheep has a little pink button that's included with the chart. And then St. Patrick's Day sheep, I know you can't really see it very well, but there's little bugle beads on his shoes, so those are included. And then for her autos, she provides a free chart that we can print for our automatic customers, and she had a Valentine one this time. Annie B's Folk Art just had one Frosty's Valentine. And I don't know where you live, but we often still have snow in February, so that's very appropriate. The 2021 Collector's Heart came from Heart in Hand, and there's actually two projects. And she includes both pieces of fabric and a little charm and bead pack. Heartstring Samplery has Be Mine, This Cornu. And this is done on 36 Stars Hollow Blend from R&R Reproductions using Weeks Dye Works threads. Let Your Light Shine was done on 32 count gunmetal Weeks Dye Works using DMC floss. And this one, the whole thing says, I wish you lived next door. And she stitched the motto on 32 count Oaken from Picture This Plus using Weeks Dye Works. And then this is a really special series called Sunday Stitches, and it's going to feature a line or the title of a favorite hymn, and she does have 12 of them planned. The difference with this auto is that it's only available to the automatic shops, so it won't be sent to the distributors. She said she may release it in a larger chart, but not until maybe 2023. So for right now, the only way to get this is through a shop that's on her auto. That's me. All right, and then she also stitched this one on 32 count Oaken using a variety of overdyed threads. She said her thread palette will remain similar throughout the series, but the fabric might change, and she's encouraging you to do your own thing. If you would like to do a gallery wall with a number of these and you want to keep the threads the same or you want to keep the fabrics the same, to unite them in another way, but knowing her, I'm sure that they'll look great together no matter how you stitch them. So let me know if you want to be part of our automatic for Sunday Stitches. Then Stitching with the Housewives is always ahead on their designing, but the Postal Service has not been cooperating, so sometimes it takes me 3 weeks to get their order. So this is a little later than they planned shops to get it, but that's not their fault. Be Mine and Be My Valentine are the ones for Valentine's Day. And you know that she always has other ones that are strictly through her Etsy shop that you can get direct, so check those out as well. And then this is March in the Truckin' Along series. Brenda at With Thy Needle and Thread did Winter in her Gatherings series. I just love that shape. I'm sure I would never be brave enough to try that on my own, but a seasoned finisher could do it. So I'd like to stitch this series. And then Love Notes includes 5 designs, which make a great bowl filler or on a tiered tray. Just add some solid hearts and some other doodads, and you're done for Valentine's Day with just one chart. And the last one is Say You Have, and this is a little bit different for her, but everyone has a sense of humor, and it just came to her, so she had to put it out. And then this isn't an auto from a single designer, but the Just Cross Stitch magazine came, and there are so many popular designers featured in this one. And the last page has all of the projects. There's one from Fairy Wool in the Wood. There's two from Autumn Lane. Historic Handworks has a sampler. Frony Ritter has a series. Barbara Anna has that cute little stitching one up there. And I've already forgotten the rest that I looked up. But anyway, it's a nice Valentine issue if you'd like that. Okay, I guess the Country Cottage Needlework Sampler of the Month series fell off the pile. I found it on the floor. I realized I hadn't shown that. And I'm expecting March any day, but I realized I should show you February because I wouldn't have had it back in December. They're trying to be 1 month ahead, but I wouldn't have had it that soon. I think I only showed you January. So this is February. I'll put it up close because the picture is kind of small. So this also is an auto with us. If you'd like to get on this, and if you'd like a frame, let me know so that I may have to increase my order. All right. Here are some other designs that also came recently through the distributors. So Audi TM has another in her Gobble series, this one for St. Patrick's Day. And you probably have seen these a lot on social media, but it's been a while since I've shown new products, so I thought I'd throw these up there too. Christmas Rose from Blackbird Designs. Winds of Autumn is a great book that has 12 different projects in it. So let's see, there's a bunch on the front, and then there's two, I guess, on the back as well. So, do you hear the siren? I am not doing this again. The phone keeps ringing. We're not even open, but I guess people are calling after hours to ask about things or check our hours or whatever. And then a couple sirens, couple police cars or ambulances went by. We're on the route to the hospital. So we do hear a lot of rescue vehicles. All right, let's move on. Heinzit has Snowman, and that's a little different for her. It's so cute. I love the striped nose. And then she has Snowtacular, and they always include the embellishments. This is the other one that I had run out of from Lindy Stitches in the middle of December video. So this is Cats Love Christmas. All three of those are in there. Manny Dodonna has Peace on Heart Pillow. That's a really sweet finish. Prairie Schooler had some re-releases, and I either sold one or I misplaced it. So I only have two here, but anyway, this is January. They're slowly but surely getting all of the months reprinted. And then last time I showed summer and winter, so this is spring and fall from Prairie Schooler. I love that turkey. Actually, I love that whole bottom row. Those are my months. All right, Shepherd's Bush has, they have some new kits coming directly from them, but this came from the distributor. This is the latest stocking. They said it was ready before Christmas, but it just didn't make it to the distributors or the shops until after. And then they have a embellishment pack also available for that. Silver Creek Samplers, Give Greatly. And it's so sweet because it looks like the bunny is giving the snowman one of his carrots to complete his face. So cute. And then this came out before, but for some reason I always ordered at the wrong time and it was never in stock. So I finally got this Por Favor. All right. And then I have a few other things that came in recently. These are little wooden ornaments from Yarn Tree. They're meant for photographs, but of course the people at Yarn Tree know a finishing item when they see one. And so I got some of those. They're $3.50, and they come with a hanger. And it looks like they're pretty easy to use, and you would just trim your fabric perfectly to fit in the circle, so no stressing out about it. It has to be simple in order to fit. That was for me, not for you. Then a customer asked for this water-soluble canvas, and I had never had this before. So I'd like to give this a try. She prefers it to the stiffer waste canvas, so I thought I would try this too. And then I've had these labels before, but it's been a while, so I don't think I ever showed them on FlossTube. So they do have names, and for some reason the name of the one is not on the one. I have to look at a different one. So this one is called Elegant. All right, and then that was 100, and then 200 is called Curls. 300 is embossed, and it must have been out of stock because I didn't get it. This is 400, and these are the dragonflies. And then 500 is called Roses. So on each sheet you get 6 that can be cut apart, or are they? No, they're peelable, so you don't have to cut them apart. You just peel them right off and put them on the back of your finished stitched piece. So I thought that needed to come back in stock and go with all of our labels. Alrighty, because I know that everybody has finishing goals for this year, just like me, right? Okay, I think that was it for that. This is the second half of my Color and Cotton order from August, I believe it was. I got the first half in November, and I actually had forgotten that I had received a partial order, so this was a lovely surprise in January. I got aged paper in 28 count cashel, and it matches up to DMC 842. Then I have Boardwalk in 36 count. I believe I ordered this specifically for a Hello from Liz Matthews pattern, although I honestly can't remember what design it is right now. I think that was the only color that I really needed in a certain count, and I was willing to make substitutes on the others if need be. Actually, a couple of the colors were I never received because of issues with getting the dye, I think it was. This matches up to 3782. That's the Sullivan's equivalent. Camelot I have in 14 count. It is a beautiful green. It looks a little more gray in my screen here, but if you look at DMC 523, that will be a good match. Driftwood I got in 16 count, and it matches up to 646. This is Fennel Seed, another 36 count, and it's kind of a cross between 524 and 3032. It is a richer color than what it shows here. I'm trying to get the right angle in the right lighting, and it's not perfect, but customers have told me that the floss colors have helped them at home. This is Greystone in 14 count, and this matches up to one of the newer DMC colors, 169. Then we have Light Denim in 28 cashel with 932, one of my favorite blues. Then we have a very rich sampler gold in 16 count, and I chose 729 as the closest match. And then 120 count in this order, Salem, which would be a really great color for Halloween, and it matches up to 414. It could also be a winter sky for a scene or maybe a lighter colored animal. It's really pretty. And I thought it's nice to have 20 count as a substitute for people that can't work on 40. And now for my stitching. I do have 7 more finishes. One may or may not be fully finished because, you know, I'm not sure about it, but we'll just get into it. I'm trying to finish up some of my freebie Februaries from last year since I'm going to be starting that again, and I don't want these hanging over my head. So the first one, oh, I forgot my, let's see, I'll just use this. I forgot my board. All right, so nothing shows through. This was a freebie from Not Forgotten Farm called Folk Hearts. And Lori used 6 colors of DMC, and I chose 6 different colors of Gentle Art Overdye, just, you know, because I can. And I didn't really change anything about the design, but I did put the colors in different places. And that was actually kind of fun because sometimes I would already have something stitched and think, oh, should I have put the other color heart there? But I really do like the way it turned out. I think I'd like to do it as a pillow. I don't really display that much for Valentine's Day, but I do have a big bowl that I can put pillows and things in. And I did buy a tiered tray at Christmas that I haven't tried out yet, so I think I'd like to do that as a pillow. I'll show you the other free chart. So this was from Erica Michaels, and the only thing I have to do is tie off the little tails from the over 1. So the words gobble were done over 1. And I just finished it. And I left the tails from where I started and ended because I need a beading needle to wind them under. There's kind of no room for the regular needle to fit under all those threads. So that'll be finished tonight, so I'm counting that. So that's 2. All right, and then I don't think I have any other freebies in there. Okay, so this is from, I thought I had the chart, but I guess it's with the rest of the stitching that I haven't finished. But this is from Lizzie Kate's Winter Smalls, and I showed you the 3 wintry ones last time, and this was the one for Valentine's Day. And I really just had to do the vine at the bottom. I think I couldn't find my Oscar. And I could have done it in a different color, but you know, I knew it was there someplace. So that's 3. And then the next 2 I'm going to show are from her spring smalls. So that's birds. And I think I just had to do like the eye, the beak, and the legs of the bird. Like seriously, I have no idea why I put it away. Oh, I might have had, this might have Oscar on it too. I might have lost my Oscar or something. All right, this is the second one from the spring smalls called Berries. And the only thing I had to do, I think, was put the beads on in the middle of the strawberries. Oh, I might have had to, I think I had to tie off my tails from the flowers because I did those with 1 strand and I did each leg of the stitch twice, so I had some tails to tie together and wind under. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I guess I have, oh, okay. The one that I'm not sure about the finishing, I guess I'm gonna just show that as a because that'll be number 8. Of course, today is Monday, not Sunday, so I should have 8 for today. All right, and then the next 2 I have were from Heartstring Samplery. I just love her little festive fob series, and I think I've stitched, I think I've stitched all of them now, but I didn't finish any of them yet. It's going to be my first strawberry. But this, I think I just had to put my initial on. So I did 2 on the same piece of fabric. And I'm actually not going to cut these apart until I do 2 more things at the bottom because it's easier to hold a slightly bigger piece of fabric. So And I was thinking that the wreath had an initial in it, but it doesn't, but I could. I actually could put my last name. I could put H on that one. So those are done, stitched at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so that would have been 7. And then this is not fully finished the way I had intended. This is Tiny Leprechaun from the Bent Creek series, and it's only like, what is this, 1.5 inches or something? It's so tiny. And so I did not give it to my framer to stretch. I stretched it myself using the double stick tape. And of course, I never liked the corners as well as if they were pinned. And the more you fuss with them, the more the corners of the mat board tend to bend. So I had to stop fussing with it and leave it the way it was. But I tried 3 different things around the edge because I don't like the way it just stuck up. And if you looked at it sideways, you could actually see the fabric that was folded under. So I tried putting the rickrack underneath it. I felt like it wasn't wide enough. I made a trip to Joann Fabrics a couple days ago, and they didn't have anything in the right color. So I came home with other plain colors, but not a green or a gold or anything that would work on this. And then I tried sewing the rickrack around the piece before I mounted it on the backing. And that backing is a piece of wool that was in a big sample pack that I bought years and years ago at Liberty Gathering out in Liberty, Missouri. And I wasn't a real big wool applique person, but it had some really pretty colors in it, and I knew that I could use it someday in conjunction with cross stitch. So this is just kind of, it's just kind of taped in place. It's not really finalized. I think it's a little busy. I didn't mean for the rickrack to go all the way to the edges. So it's a finished stitching, but I think I actually might have already shown this to you because I remember all I had to do were the little, I did colonial knots for the eyes. I think that's all I had to do on him. So I might have already shown him. So I intended on showing him as a fully finish. So, it's maybe. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm enjoying stitching. And I always say that a little bit of success and a little bit of encouragement go a long way. And I've had success because I've done a finish of some sort every day this month so far. And I've also gotten a lot of encouragement from the viewers and other stitchers who see the work in the shop, who have commented very nicely on my stitching and my attempts at finishing myself, and just the idea that I'm keeping to my goals for this year and that the month is going well. So I appreciate that. I think that's all I have for today, and we'll see you next time with some more stitching. I should have 2 more autos, I think, by then as well, and maybe some fabric. We'll see. So think good thoughts. All right. Thanks for watching. See you next time.